Bogachek. I am so delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you about our
Thank
upcoming concert as a fundraiser for Ukraine. You are Ukrainian born and
Yes,
with great and deep attachments in Ukraine, and still um, with your family and with your musician friends and colleagues. So I just wanted very much to share, just for a few minutes, a little bit about your words to our audience about the upcoming concert on April 30th at 4 o'clock in our Rectory Secret Garden concert series.
yes, thank you so much for doing this. And well, I think it was Charles Mingus who famously proclaimed writing about music, it's like dancing about architecture. So naturally, it's very difficult to talk about music, especially the music that I composed. But the title of the piece, I'll attempt. The title of the piece is translated as To the Dead, Past and Future, because this conflict, this war is ongoing, and a lot of people have died already, and a lot of people will die, and vast majority of these people are innocent. And so this piece is kind of like a lament dedicated to the memory of the lives lost. As Plato famously proclaimed, only the dead have seen the end of the war. And so with these thoughts, this piece came to being. And to make it short, I can only say one thing. I wish the circumstances were different and I wouldn't have to write a piece like that. But it is what it is, and we are going to perform it on April 30th.
Thank you. I can't wait to hear it. Back in March of 2022, when Russia had just invaded Ukraine, I think we were one of the first concerts that were for a fundraiser for Ukraine, and we had no idea this was going to carry on for so long. And in that concert, where we also had National Symphony Orchestra musicians and Kennedy Center Opera House musicians, mainly you, I discovered that you were not just a violinist at the Washington National Opera, but such a wonderful composer.
Thank you.
And in that program, you shared with us three pieces. And I think that was the first, exposure I had to your music, but also a discovery of Ukrainian composers, which is the tiny, tiny silver lining, I think, that people are really searching for Ukrainian composers. But in our coming program, you're also doing another Ukrainian piece. Can you just mention something about that one? It's a quartet.
Well, it's a quartet by a major Ukrainian composer, major Ukrainian romantic composer, who basically established the way that Ukrainian music was presented and viewed for generations and inspired generations of musicians, performers and composers, mainly in Ukraine, but also all over the world, Mykola Lysenko. And it's his earlier quartet, which he wrote in Leipzig when he was studying composition and chamber music there. And it's in three movements. It's really gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful piece. And it's going to be our second time performing this piece. And speaking about being surrounded by such giants for Ukrainian music as Lysenko and Lysenko, the way we pronounce it in Ukrainian, and Mozart in the second half, it's always a humbling experience to find my name stuck between such composers.
No, but you write beautifully, and I'm extraordinarily moved that you have written a piece that will have its world premiere at that concert. And I know it's a dark piece, but I think we will all relate to it. And thank you for writing something that speaks to all of us. this fundraiser is some small way that we are doing our part. And but we all feel terrible about it, and so music always captures our emotions, and I think that's what you've done.
Well, I tried. I hope it comes through in concert. And I would like to thank you so much for all of your efforts and everything you are doing to raise money for my country. Thank you so much, Nita.
Not at all. We'll see you on Sunday with a lot of wonderful musicians from the Kennedy Center, including the NSO's concertmistress, the principal clarinet, the principal viola, and the principal second violin, and then your wife, Natasha, and
Yeah,
of course Loewi Lin, the cellist who's playing in all of the pieces.
and
We
Rebecca,
really,
amazing violist. She's new, sort of new in the orchestra, and she's absolutely amazing. It's a
yes, I'm
very
looking forward to meeting her. Actually, this would be my first time. I know everyone else. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye.